Hello everyone, today I'm going to be teaching you how to do these beautiful French nails. If you want to learn how, here's what you'll need. So first we're going to start off by removing the cuticles. So you're just going to add your cuticle softener to your cuticles and use your pushback tool to very gently push back your cuticles. Now this should not hurt at all. It's just pushing them back a little bit so that we can clip them afterwards. So you're going to take your cuticle clippers and you are only going to cut off the dead skin. Do not cut off any live skin. And I'm just using some rubbing alcohol to remove the excess. Next, I'm going in with my buffer and I'm just very lightly buffing the surface of all of my natural nails. Then again, I go in with some rubbing alcohol and remove all of the dust. Next, I'm going in with my pH bonder and I'm just going with this on all of my natural nails to remove any excess oils. After that's done, I just take my tips and size them accordingly to my natural nails. Now, I already know what size I am, so that's why I have them in these bags here. But if not, just size them to your natural nails and file them down if you need to. Now, I am using a peel-off gel today because I want them only for a couple days. So I'm just applying this to my natural nail. I'm going to be doing 2 layers. This is the first layer. And I'm using acetone on a brush just to wipe off any gel that may have gotten onto my skin. And then go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds and wipe with some rubbing alcohol. And after 2 coats, we can go in and do the tips. So for the tips, you just apply your gel in the middle of your tip, just like this, closer towards the bottom. As you practice, you'll find out what works best for you. This works best for me, and then I go in and I squeeze the tip just a little bit before I apply it to my natural nail. You want to make sure you're not applying too much or too little. If you apply too much, it will spill all over your nail. And if you do not apply enough, it won't stick properly. So when I'm done, I just apply it to my nail like this. And then I put it under my flash cure lamp. And then you want to put them in the big lamp and cure it fully for 60 seconds. This is really important to make sure that the gel is fully cured. So I'm going to repeat that on all of my nails as well as my other hand. So now that the nails are all applied, I'm going to go in with my drill bits. So for the first one, I'll be using this sanding bit. And I'm going to go in with a very low speed. And I'm just going to use this around my cuticles just to seal the tip to my natural nail. You can see that there might be a little bit of lifting, and this step really helps to seal it completely and ensure that there is no lifting. And now this step is optional. You do not have to do it. You can also just go in with a regular hand file to do this, or you can go in with some acetone only, like I'll show you coming up, but I prefer to do this step. And the only other drill bit I'll be using is this cuticle bit from Kiara Sky. So I attach this and then again go in with a very low speed. And I use this just to clean up any gel that may have cured on top of the nail or near my skin. This just helps give it a really clean and polished look. And when I'm all done with that, I'm going to go in with my buffing block again. And I'm just going to buff the surface of the nails just to give it some texture before I apply the gel polish. Now this is one of my favorite tips. I take a brush with some acetone and I use this to melt the tips in. So if you didn't know, acetone melts plastic. So by doing this, you can actually melt the tips to blend in very seamlessly with your natural nails. So I do this on all of my nails. And once that's all done, I go in with my nail file and I use this just to shape around the sides. Now these are already pre-shaped tips, so you do not need to do much shaping, but I do like to just adjust the shape very slightly. And then I go in with some alcohol to wipe off all of the excess dust before I start applying the gel. And I go in with this mix as well, which is just rubbing alcohol and acetone, and I spray this on all of my nails. Now for the base of my French tips, the first layer I'll be going in with is the shade Coconut Silk by D&D, and I will apply 2 layers of this color. Since we are working in layers, you want to make sure that you apply a very thin layer so that it cures fully and so that it is not too thick. For the next color, I'll be using Sugar Sheer, which is also by D&D. And this is more of a pink color. The Coconut Silk is a really nice milky white color. And once you fully cure that, you're gonna go in with your French tip. Now you do not need a liner to do this. I just find that it makes it a lot easier. I use this liner brush just to outline the French tip, and then I go in with a regular white gel polish just to fill it in, just like this. And you can use any sort of white color if you want. You can also use any other brush if it's easier for you to draw your French tip like this. This is just the best way that works for me through lots of trial and error. And another tip for you guys, you can also use sticker templates for this. Now you can get this off of Shein, Amazon, or your local nail supply store. And these are just like curved stickers that you can place on your nail, and then you can just paint over them. And this is really good as a stencil for those of you who are still new to doing designs, specifically French tips. And after I'm done with that, I'm going to cure it for 60 seconds in the lamp. Now the nail design is actually really easy. I'm going to be going in with my nail glue, and I'm just going to apply that in dots throughout my nail like this. Now this does not have to be specific at all. I just use an inspiration picture I found on Pinterest, and then you apply the rhinestones on top of those dots you made. And I use my flash cure lamp for this just so that they do not fall or spill around. And then I just go in for 60 seconds with my big lamp. And then I go in with my top coat just to finish it off, and I cure that top coat for 60 seconds. And I like to go in with my nail file one last time at the end just to debulk any excess gel. And that is it, you guys. I'm gonna go in with some cuticle oil because we did dehydrate our nails just a little bit with the acetone. This just gives it a really nice hydrated and clean look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and like how the nails turn out. I know I love them. If you have any questions, make sure to comment down below. Make sure you subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!